tarpon absolutely just tear these up.
We're with the backcountry fly fishers. We try to do conservation projects when we can. We had a small group of about 6 fly fishermen that went out this morning on skiffs and kayaks to remove fishing line and trash from the mangrove islands.
Beautiful morning, man. This is nice.
We went out to some areas that the aquatic preserve managers had identified as potential targets. We checked to see if there were any active nests when we approached the islands. We went around the islands, particularly in kayaks, and removed any of the fishing line that we could find.
You get the low tide to see the line hanging and the little lead weights and the jigs, you know, it's easier to identify.
Yeah.
We removed about 35 or 40 clusters of fishing line that were entangled in the limbs close to the water that could potentially catch wading birds, shorebirds, or other wildlife that might be utilizing these roosts and rookeries. The club likes to participate in conservation, to provide some protection and give back to the resources. We get out and enjoy the resources regularly, so it's nice to be able to give back a little bit. While we were out removing the fishing line, we saw dolphins. There's a wealth of wildlife utilizing this area that we're trying to protect, as well as the fish.
Morning storms scare me because they're so unpredictable.
This being a typical summer morning, we did have to work around a couple of showers that blew through. So we're always keeping an eye out on the weather, particularly this time of year. We cleaned up about half a dozen of the mangrove islands, and we recorded it on GPS so that we can provide the managers with an estimate of how much linear feet of shoreline we cleaned. Individuals can have more of an impact than most people think they can have. Some of the trash that we pulled out of the waters today just blew off of boats because it wasn't secured. Your trash can blow out, you know, at any moment. So you have to treat things a little bit differently when you're out on the water.